Every founder I've ever worked with has wanted to hire a sales rep before they are ready. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true, and I include myself in that. The problem is not the wanting. Wanting is natural. You're exhausted. You're doing everything. You're losing deals because you do not have enough hours. Of course you want to hire. The problem is confusing wanting with readiness. They're not the same thing. Today I'm going to give you the actual readiness test. Not a checklist you can game, a real set of criteria that tells you honestly whether your first hire is set up to succeed or set up to fail. I'm Mark from Rice Revenue Consulting. Welcome back. If you've been watching this channel from the beginning, you've been building towards this video. The sales process, the ICP, the outreach framework, the discovery call, the pipeline number, it all points here. Because all of those things are not just tools for your own selling, they are the foundation your first hire runs on. And if they are not in place, a hire will not fix the problem, it will amplify it. Here's the test. The readiness test, 5 criteria. Criteria 1. You've closed at least 5 deals yourself using a documented process. Not 5 deals total, 5 deals where you can point to a written process and say, this is how it happened. Because if you cannot describe your own wins, a rep cannot replicate them. The deals do not need to be huge, they need to be real, repeatable, and documented. If you have the one-page process from video 4 filled out, and the deals that closed that followed it, you pass this one. Criterion 2. You know your ICP well enough to hand it to a stranger. Give your ICP to someone who knows nothing about your business. Ask them, could you find 10 companies that match this description? If the answer is no, it's not specific enough yet. A rep cannot build a target list from a vague description. They need a dartboard. If you've done the ICP work from video 5 and it genuinely excludes someone, you pass this one. Criterion 3. You know your 3 pipeline numbers. From the last video, conversion rate at every stage, average deal size, average sales cycle length. If you know these, you can set real expectations for a new rep. You can define what a good month looks like. You can tell them what their ramp period should look like. If you do not know these numbers, you cannot manage to them. And a rep without a clear set of expectations is a rep who leaves. You pass this one if you can write down all 3 without hesitation. Criterion 4. You can describe what a good week looks like for the rep, not just in outcome terms, close 2 deals in a month, in activity terms. How many calls per day? How many meetings per week? How many proposals per month? A rep needs to know what to do on day 1, not just what to achieve, what to do. If you cannot describe a full week of activity for them, you're not ready to manage one. Criterion 5. You have the financial runway to absorb the ramp period. A first new hire almost never produces revenue in the first 60 to 90 days, sometimes longer. You need to be able to pay them, carry the cost, and not panic during the ramp. Panic leads to pressure. Pressure leads to a rep who rushes deals. Rush deals do not close, and then you lose both. The number I use. You need enough runway to carry the hire for at least 6 months without that salary threatening the business. If you do not have that, the hire needs to wait. What to do if you're not ready? If you went through those 5 criteria and you failed 1 or 2, that's not a reason to give up on hiring. It's a roadmap. Failed the process criterion? Spend 30 days documenting your sales motion while you're still doing it. Failed the ICP criterion? Pull your last 5 deals and do the work from video 5. Failed the pipeline numbers criterion? Start tracking today. 90 days from now, you'll have enough data. Failed the runway criterion? Either grow revenue before hiring or explore a fractional option that gives you expertise at a lower monthly cost while you build towards a full hire. None of these are dead ends. They're just sequencing. The right hire at the right time changes everything. The wrong hire at the wrong time sets you back further than you started. Run the 5 criterion test this week and be honest with yourself. Score yourself on each one. If there are gaps, start closing them now, before you post a job description. The next video is the one that most founders wish they had watched before their first hire. What the first 90 days actually look like, how to set up a new rep to win instead of watching them struggle. Subscribe so you catch it. And drop your score in the comments. How many of the 5 did you pass? I will tell you exactly what to work on first.